here. This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So this is an ASMR video meant to help you relax and maybe even fall asleep. And we're going to look at the European Championship qualifiers which happened over the last couple of days. I'm going to go through all the results. I'm going to talk about my reaction. There have been some really big and interesting results. Some things I totally didn't predict in my previous video. So let's not wait any longer. Let's get straight in with it. And don't forget, if you enjoy the video at any point, remember to click like. Okay, so we'll start off with the first round of matches, which was on Thursday, the 23rd of March. Kazakhstan lost at home to Slovenia. That's going to be highlighted as being an important moment both for Slovenia and Kazakhstan when we come to match day 2 in that group. But yeah, so not a very unsurprising result, but Kazakhstan kept it tight. Their previous campaign was their most successful in their history. Can they do better this time? Slovenia are hoping to get back to the Euros. They haven't been there for quite some time. A 2-1 win. Bosnia managed to convincingly defeat Iceland 3-0. Denmark the same, dispatching Finland, a good team, 3-1. The result I did say beforehand, Italy to win. I also said that I wouldn't be shocked if England did manage to get a win, but I would be shocked. I remember the words echoing my head as I was watching this match live. There was 2-0, and I remember saying in my last video about this, if they came away with a 3-0 win, I would be really shocked. I'd eat my hat. And yeah, I thought for a second it was going to be a 3-0. It got back to 2-1. Italy had a better second half, but England got that really, really important victory. I know I've got a lot of English subscribers. Were you shocked that it was so easy? Because frankly, the first half was a walk in the park. Yeah, were you shocked about it all, or did you think that you might actually beat this Italy side who just don't seem to have a world-class striker for the first time in their country's history? Okay. North Macedonia beat Malta 2-1, so Malta did themselves justice. They're one of the smallest nations to be competing. Portugal beat Liechtenstein 4-0, with some more goals from Cristiano Ronaldo. Northern Ireland got off to a good start against San Marino 2-0, and Slovakia could only manage a draw at home to Luxembourg. Luxembourg, a plucky team. They've got some big results. I remember one over the Republic of Ireland a couple of years ago, so they are capable of pulling out a good result everywhere here and there, but I don't think consistently enough to qualify. Slovakia would be disappointed with that result, particularly when we look at their next result. Okay, match day 1 for the next group, or groups. Bulgaria lost at home to Montenegro. I know they'll be disappointed with that. They probably felt that they were equal to Montenegro. Austria got off to a really good start, beating Azerbaijan 4-1. And the Czech Republic, Czechia, actually made short work of Poland 3-1. I was really shocked, particularly seeming that Poland was already quite a good defensive unit in the World Cup. They've changed to have Santos, the ex-Portugal manager, who basically won the European Championships that year for Portugal by defending. So, yeah, really shocked actually. It was a cracking result for Czechia to win that, and seemingly with so many goals. Lewandowski had a bad game as well. This one, wow, I couldn't believe it was 3-0 in the opening 20 something minutes. Griezmann 2 minutes, Upamecano 8, and then Mbappe 21. So 21 minutes in, it's 3-0. I turned off at that point. I thought, well, this is over after 21 minutes. I did think the Netherlands would maybe get a close loss or a draw in that match, but France are just on a different level at the moment, aren't they? Greece managing to avoid embarrassment by beating Gibraltar away 3-0. Moldova drew at home to the Faroe Islands. They're both similar ability teams. Perhaps these days Faroe Islands might be disappointed with that result. Were they winning? This was an 87th minute penalty. That's going to be quite an important result for Moldova. We'll come back to it later. But yeah, 123rd in the world compared to 174th. Faroe Islands, if you ask Greek people, they will tell you, have had a couple of wins in the last few years. Serbia beat Lithuania 2-0, and I watched some of this match. It was this new Belgian team. I love the coach. He used to be the coach of Spartak Moscow, one of my favourite teams in the world. And Domenico Tedesco nearly won us the league. He was tremendous, and he's working his magic because Belgium, we won't see that result because it was a friendly, but went on to convincingly defeat Germany as well in Germany. So yeah, they are scoring goals for fun at the second, and he sort of just let Kevin De Bruyne loose. So Sweden will be horrified at that, losing at home 3-0. So not a great start for the Swedes. Okay, so the second day, sorry, actually this is the end of the first match day for the rest of the groups. Scotland beat Cyprus convincingly 3-0. That's again an important result. I watched the Armenia-Turkey game, because I wanted to see these teams. They're in Wales's group. To be honest, I think Armenia will be really disappointed they couldn't get at least a draw. It was pretty 50-50. There were times when Armenia did sit back a lot, and Turkey had a lot of the ball, but their goals were sort of out of nowhere, really. And Armenia got a goal. It was some of their play was very good. Their two, shall I say, South American forwards are pretty decent. It was a very wicked cross for a Kabak own goal. But yeah, the two goals, I wasn't really expecting them, but let's see, does it say the stadium was just amazing as well. They expected goals, yeah, look, exactly the same, 0.67 and 0.65. From a Welsh point of view, and I know that I've got some Turkish subscribers, I am still wary of Turkey and Armenia away, but I think, based on this performance, I'm less worried if we have a full team in Cardiff. So my hope is that we can at least draw away and win at home, and that should be enough for Wales to qualify. But we'll see. Maybe you'll disagree with me if you're Turkish. Switzerland hammered Belarus 5-0. They're going to walk their group. Israel 1-0 with Kosovo. I think Kosovo will be happy with that result, but they were winning so until Peretz equalised. So maybe they'll feel disappointed. I think they're quite an ambitious side. Yeah, 18 shots, 1.7 expected goals from Israel, compared to 7 shots by Kosovo, 0.5. So it does suggest that Israel had quite the better part of the match. Romania got off to a good start, beating Andorra 2-0 away. Spain, really surprised how easy Norway were in this match. Beat them 3-0, and I was going, Spain can't score, Spain can't score. And then, yeah, Croatia, 92nd, 93rd minute equaliser from Wales, from Nathan Broadhead on his debut. We're just absolutely so happy with these results, and to not to extent the performances we're not happy about, except for maybe some of the midfield players. Morel has had 2 excellent games, as has Danny Ward. So yeah, it was we played badly and we got a result away in Croatia, so we are absolutely over the moon. But then this result, oh my goodness, I watched the highlights to see what happened, and fair play, Kazakhstan played well. The shocking thing is that they were 2-0 down and they got 3 goals. The penalty was never a penalty. Like, I watched it quite a few times, the decision, and it's funny how at the time, 2-0, a dodgy penalty decision, 73rd minute, how it just goes on and changes. The crowd were vociferous, really well supported, 28,000, but it was totally full to the rafters. And, Denmark didn't play badly, but they were just all over them. Kazakhstan were. Denmark will be absolutely distraught. I read somewhere that on Twitter that some Danish people said it was the worst result their country's ever had. Thank God you're not Wales then, because we've had some corkers. I just thought they were legitimately pretty decent, to be fair, to Denmark. The sending off was just so stupid by Einbetov. He scores, and then he takes his shirt off, so he gets booked for that in the 89th minute, and they're hanging on for dear life, and then he just like elbows someone in the face, which is so stupid. What were their expected goals? Yeah, 1.6, 2.4, so they shouldn't really have got those goals, but the goal from distance, that second goal to equalise by Tadebergen, was just world class, like literally world class. Talking about world class, Højlund is fantastic. Just, I'm not saying he is like Haaland levels, but that scoring ratio he's got is pretty scary actually. So Denmark will be disappointed, but I think it was just one of those days. England beat Ukraine 2-0. I watched the first half, it was pretty straightforward. Iceland beat Liechtenstein 7-0, so they've got a win on the board. Slovenia beat San Marino 2-0, so that's 2 wins for Slovenia in their group, remember that. Portugal then hammered Luxembourg 6-0. Malta beat Minnows and neighbours Malta 2-0, so not by a great scoreline. Retegui scored in his second consecutive game though, which is quite important. They've seemed to have found a striker, but he's Argentinian, and yeah, so they've found one from somewhere. I think he could be quite important for them. Finland beat Northern Ireland 1-0. I watched the end of the match. Northern Ireland threw everything at them to try and get a draw at Windsor Park. Unfortunately for them, they couldn't manage it. And Slovakia then beat Bosnia, who were a strong team, 2-0. So that opening draw at home, they could have had 2 wins. They must be quite disappointed. And then last set of results. Austria beat Estonia 2-1. Hungary beat Bulgaria 3-0. Good start in Hungary's first game. Bulgaria with 2 losses, unfortunately. Oh, where is the luck of the Irish when you need it? 1-0 loss. And that goal was in the 50th minute by Pavard. And yeah, it was such a shame. They actually, 11 shots to 12. Does it say if they were on shots on target, shots off target? A lot of the stats suggest that they kept up with them, except in the passing. Unlucky for the Irish, that would have been an amazing claim to fame. Moldova then drew with Czechia. So Czechia had won their first match against Poland easily, but then drew with Moldova. So Moldova are third in the group with 2 draws. Probably they're extremely happy with their first 2 games, but Czechia will be disappointed that they didn't seize the opportunity to get 6 points out of 6. Surely they would have thought a draw with Poland and a win against Moldova, but it was the other way around. Serbia beat neighbours Montenegro 2-0, so Serbia on 6 points out of 6. Netherlands got back to winning against Gibraltar 3-0. The goals, I don't know actually. To pay with 1, okay, with 2, wow, okay. Poland actually managed to beat Albania, so they have got points on the board, and Sweden got over their home defeat to beat Azerbaijan 5-0. I think Gyökeres had a good game. If it wants to load, I don't think it does. Oh. There we are. Forsberg, Mustafazadeh, always an own goal. Gyökeres, Karlsson and Elanga of Man United. And then I watched this game. It was enthralling. What an entertaining match. Georgia with, of course, Kvaratskhelia of Napoli, who had a number of goals nearly go in the back of the net from distance, but didn't quite. Norway, really good goal from them. From, is it Sørloth, the Real Sociedad striker. But Mikko Tadze with a lovely run through the middle, good pace and shot on goal. It was 50-50, I think. That was the probable best result. We can see by all the green that everyone more or less had a good game. It was really good entertainment, I'll be honest. I love watching these two sort of young, emerging teams. It's a shame they're in the same group in lots of ways because I'd like them both to qualify. Kosovo then drew at home to Andorra, so they'll be pretty disappointed with that result after managing to get a draw away in Israel. Romania beat Belarus 2-1. Wow. Take a breath, everyone. Scotland beat Spain 2-0 in Hampden. McTominay scored in either half. Nearly 48,000 people roaring them on. And yeah, I mean, the stats don't lie. They played really well. The Spanish came out afterwards and said they hated the way they played. Expected goals, though, fewer from Spain, but Scotland did better. But look at that, 9-8. So they actually, they were legit. But look at that, Spain. It's my major gripe with Spain, and I feel like I'm qualified to say this because I used to live in Spain. That they just pass it around for passing's sake, and it gets on my nerves. Just put it in the back of the net, just have a shot. But they moaned about the physicality of the Scottish, but if that's what it needs to beat a side like Spain, then go for it. Scotland will look at the table, it's looking pretty positive for them. And then Switzerland again, like I said, is going to walk this group 3-0 against Israel. Croatia beat Turkey in Turkey 2-0. And we managed to scrape a draw against Latvia. As a Welshman, I hate playing the bottom seeds. I hate playing San Marino's, Estonia's, Latvia's, Andorra's. We always play badly. We can't get enough goals. We are actually better playing against Croatia, Belgium, etc. So yeah, I dread those matches. I was hiding behind my pillow for the entire match. So yeah, we got the win, that's the important thing, and it looks good on the group table, which we'll take a look at now. Okay, so Scotland, lofty heights, 2 wins out of 2, 6 points. That's really positive for them, particularly in a group with Norway and Georgia. I think both those teams are horrified that Spain lost that match because their whole projection of what they need to get in each match is probably completely off kilt now. Spain in second place. Group B, France obviously top. Greece making an early run, but Netherlands not far behind. Played a game more though. But the next match in June is Greece against... actually it's not. Greece play the Irish next, so the Irish are going to want to win that. And then they go up against the Greeks. So the Dutch have a game off the first week of June, and then the second week there you've got a really important match against the Greek team. Group C, England streaking ahead. They've got Malta next, so it should be 3 out of 3. Italy have got Macedonia next in that grudge match to revenge them being kicked out of the qualifying in the playoff stage for the World Cup. But before that, by the looks of it, North Macedonia have to play Ukraine. That'll be an interesting one, actually. Ukraine will want to win that, but North Macedonia will probably think they can win it too. Okay. Wales are top. I mean, it's not even on goal difference. I read somewhere why we're on top. Something to do with, I think it's because we were away from home for the game with Croatia. So because we've got the same points, we are slightly on top. Apparently, that's a thing. It sounds like nonsense to me, but okay. We are home to Armenia in June and then away to Turkey. Latvia have got Croatia and Turkey next. Oh, I see Turkey next and then Croatia. And Armenia have just got us. They've got us, and then I think they're playing Latvia. Really, really, really happy with our start to this group. We usually start really slowly, so for us starting a little bit faster is really important. This is going to be, I think Czechia and Poland will easily qualify, but I think it's going to be a fight for who comes first. I don't really see Moldova, Faroe Islands, maybe Albania. Maybe Albania can come third, but I don't see them really getting into the qualifying second place. Austria have made a really good start, 2 wins out of 2. Ralf Rangnick is back in charge, but they have Belgium next. So that is going to be so important in this, because I think Belgium, with their current momentum, are going to whip everyone in this group in a way that they didn't do under Martinez. They didn't used to win 3-4-0. They would win, 1-2-0, 2-1. But yeah, I think it looks really positive for them. And Sweden will want to capitalise perhaps on a Belgian victory over Austria by beating Austria themselves. And if they lose that match, then I say Sweden already are in a really difficult and dire position to qualify. Qualification Group G, Serbia are top easily. Hungary have only played 1 game though. I expect they will chase them all the way. Of the 3 others, I think it's just they're fighting for 3rd place. Group H, this is an interesting group all of a sudden, because if you look, everyone apart from San Marino has 3 points, apart from Slovenia. Slovenia are a decent team, and I think they have put themselves in pole position. I don't think, who knows though, because Denmark have had such a wobbly start. I said Denmark would walk this group, but maybe not. I think even Northern Ireland will feel that they can get in the top 2, to be honest with you. Group I, the Swiss are going to just completely crush everyone, 8-0 on goal difference already. But I feel positive about Romania's chances. I said Kosovo had a really good chance, maybe Israel, either of those teams making their debut, or maybe Israel's not debut, but first one for a while. But Romania have won 2 out of 2 and are already 4 points ahead of Kosovo and 5 ahead of Israel. So yeah, that could be important. If they manage to beat Kosovo in their next match, they could be, let's have a think, 9 points to 2, 7 points ahead after 3 games. That's, that's very difficult to catch. So Romania must be feeling really positive. And lastly, Group J, it's a bit of a weird one. Portugal, as expected, are doing really well, 10-0 on goal difference. However, Slovakia have only got 4 points after that shock draw. Bosnia have got 3, but they're against Portugal next. Iceland have got 3, and then the 2 minnows at the bottom of the group. I think Iceland and Bosnia can think that they can qualify in this group still. It's going to be really close and quite an entertaining one to watch. Okay, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Drop me a comment with your opinions on how you felt it went for your country this window, or maybe another country that you enjoy watching. You can also perhaps let me know what you think is going to happen in the next round of results in June, or who you predict will qualify after this early stage. Have you got any sort of hints that you think someone's actually going to make it, or someone big is not going to make it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, click like. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll do another one of these videos in the coming months before the next round of matches. Okay, thanks everyone so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.